Welcome back to Sairam Tripoli YouTube channel. Let us discuss Module 1. Hope all are smart, right? To study this smart grid subject. Okay. So, kids will read power generation and economics, and legends will read power system analysis 1 and 2, and ultra legend concentrate and study this smart grid, right? So, smart grid it includes several aspects and several parameters like generation, transmission, distribution, utilization, even though it is concentrating on green energies. See, as you can see the diagram over here, smart grid is interconnected with everything. See here, generating stations, here nuclear power plant will be there, right? And thermal power plant will be there, right? See, and hydel power plant will be there, and these two are renewable energy sources, and there is a electric vehicles also present, and it is connected with the cities and offices, and it is also connected with the homes, and also it is connected with the factories. See, smart grid will work like automatic, like intelligent power supply system, right? So, how much power is required for this part? In factories and cities, offices, that will monitor, and it also increase the electric vehicle usage. It is concentrating on electric vehicle usage because smart grid in the sense eliminating all the age-old methods of power generating stations or power generation, and like thermal, hydel or nuclear power plants. Those things and all affecting to environment, right? Will be polluting the nature. But smart grid is concentrating on renewable resources at present. But this smart grid at present, it is interconnected with all the power plants, because how the power is generated, and then how the power is transferred, and then how the utilization will occur, on what basis it is occurring, what is the demand, what is the capacity of a generating station, and how much we are producing, and how much demand is required. So, that and all will be monitored by the smart grid. It's like a controlled room, and then it's like a controlled operation, right? That's a smart grid. See here, transmission and distribution involves here there is a wind, solar, DC microgrids. So, microgrid in the sense we are having small generating stations, like less number of power we are generating, and then we are collaging everything. We are interconnecting into everything, right? Or integrating all the power plants. For example, we can say in your college, in the top of the building, there is a solar power plant is present, right? 212 kilowatts we are generating. So, 212 kilowatts directly it will be transferred to government, right? That is an integrated generating station, or integrating generating and distribution station, right? Power generating station. So, there we are generating 212 kilowatts, and then directly it goes to government, BESCOM. So, again it is like power supply given to the college, right? Directly we are not utilizing. That's like a one microgrid, or like a solar power plant we are having in our college. Next, energy storage also it involves in the smart grid, right? So, because if suppose energy storage is not there, so what is the use? No use, right? If suppose solar power plant generating full day, and it is only transferring from the power plant to consumer side without storing the power supply. If suppose demand is less, but here generation is more, what is the use? No use, right? So, to manage that demand, we should have batteries, right? Next, electric vehicles will be there. So, at present I told you there is a Tesla car, Reva car, Mahindra cars. So, everywhere nowadays electric, even though trains and also there is a buses, right? Because the India becomes green and developed country, right? That's why. And next is the HVDC, high voltage DC transmission. Next is the electronics apparatus. Electronics apparatus in the sense we must have a energy efficient electronics devices. See here, if you are replacing incandescent lamp, CFL lamp into LED lamp, that's one type of energy saving. So smart grid not only concentrating only generation, it includes from generating station to utilization, already I told you. So here if you are using LED lamp, definitely um, it's like a smart one, right? And next we have a lighting purpose. Lighting, we have different types of lamps, and then there is a motors are present. So motors at present we all are eliminating DC motors, and because DC motors having less efficiency and then more loss will be there. So we all are concentrating induction motor, three-phase induction motor or synchronous motor, because those motors are operated by AC, right? So next, industrial power plants. So industrial power plants also possible, and industrial power plants in the sense like thermal and diesel power plants, and then okay, diesel power plants, right? And next there is a fossil fuels plants. Fossil fuels plants in the sense uh, your coal, natural gas, oil, those are the fossil fuels plants. And next there is a nuclear power plants. So nuclear power plants uh, efficiency will be more, I mean like output will be more, but initial cost and then maintenance is very high. So that is also interrelated with the smart grid. This is the architecture, okay. And next there is a hydroelectric power plant. This also connected with the smart grid. See here, the smart grid in the sense not only like thermal or whatever, only not only renewable energy and then photovoltaic cell. And in the past, it is I mean, integrated with all the power plants. But at present, smart grid is concentrating on wind energy and photovoltaic cells, solar cells. See, in Tumkur, in Karnataka, we have a 2000 megawatt power plants, right? In the Tumkur, Pavagada taluk. So, the government is concentrating on green energies. So that's what smart grid is needed. So if you implement smart grid, so the consumption of wastage and consumption also, consumption will be same, but wastage will be reduces, and everything is digitalized, digital, I mean power supply system and then digital usage also we can expect in this smart grid. So I think in the future smart grid, whatever the power flow, how much power is flowing from the uh, like uh, distributor to consumer, in mobile itself we can measure in online, right? So that also will come in the by using a smart grid. It's a smart grid like a control operations, right? So this is the overall concept of smart grid.